Does the thought of being homeless scare you? For more than 2/5 of the foster care population, this fear is a reality. According to Patrick Fowler and others in Pathways to and from Homelessness Associated with Psychosocial Outcomes Among Adolescents Leaving Foster Care, published in 2009, starting out on your own is hard, and trying to do it without a family support is nearly impossible. Because of this, I'm proposing that state governments should do more to help youth graduating from the foster care system. Every day you deal with people. Probably several of those people have had a difficult home situation. Wouldn't you want to do everything you can to help those people succeed in life? After all, those people are your neighbors, friends, employees, and possibly even future bosses. I would like to live in a world where no youth should have to overcome the insurmountable odds that these foster youth have to deal with. I will structure my argument by first giving you the problem I see. Second, I will assign blame. Third, I will give you a cure to this problem. And finally, I will give you the cost benefits of this cure. I will now proceed with my problem. Youth are graduating from the foster care system with little or none of the support they need to successfully navigate adulthood. According to Lauren Jones, in Measuring Resiliency and its predecessors, in Discharged Foster Youth, published in 2012, youth often leave foster care without employment, and when they do so, it is to work in an unskilled, low-wage job. This type of employment pattern also often ends in job insecurity. This pattern of insecurity will then follow them into early adult life and determine their socioeconomic status. Because 25% of the kids in foster care age out of foster care without forever homes, or going back to their biological families, according to Dr. J. Doyle Jr., published in 2007, in Child Protection and Child Outcomes, Measuring the Effects of Foster Care, this means that somewhere around 125,000 18-year-olds are trying to figure out how to live without the support that the average youth has. Having given you the problem, I will assign the blame. State governments have not taken the future of youth in foster care into consideration when developing the social services system. While the average youth, under the support of their family and parents, may be ready to make decisions as they turn 18, these youth know that they have the support to go back if they screw up. Their family provides a safety net for them to fall back on. Youth graduating from foster care do not have this support. One bad decision, and you could be broke or homeless. A fact clearly shown by Peter Pecora and others in Education and Employment Outcomes of Youth Formerly Placed in Foster Care. Results from a Northwest Foster Care Alumni Study, published in 2006. 1/3 of the alumni had household incomes at or below poverty level. 1/3 had no health insurance, and more than 1 in 5 experienced homelessness after leaving foster care. Now I'll give you what I think is a cure. It's going to take 2 steps. The first step is going to be awareness of the situation. This can be done through writing your representatives letters, asking for change to the social services system. The second step is going to be to ask for state funding to develop a state-run homing center that kids that graduate from foster care could live in for several years while they find a decent job, get through college, or find their own housing. With this housing should also come access to job opportunities, connections to college counselors, and mental health experts that can help these children navigate the situations they've dealt with growing up. Now that I've proposed a cure, I will give you the 4 benefits of that cure. It will help youth feel like they are the same or have equal opportunities to the youth around them. This is an ongoing problem with youth in foster care, as stated by Alice Hines and others in Former Foster Youth Attending College, Resilience and the Transition to Young Adulthood, published in 2005. While growing up, the respondents were acutely aware of the differences between their families and the families around them because of the abuse or chaotic situations in their families. A common theme that emerged during conversation with these youth was their stress to blend to be normal with the youth around them. The second benefit would be more stable employees, ready to enter the job force. With having spent time in a stable job, these youth will be ready and equipped to hold a higher responsibility job in the future. The third benefit is less mental health issues in former foster care population. Having the support needed to overcome the obstacles, they will be well equipped and understand what they need to do to take care of themselves. The fourth benefit is lower crime rate of those previously in foster care. The motivation for crime for these youth mostly comes from their need of survival. Helping these youth with the basic needs that they have when leaving the foster care system will inevitably lower the crime rate in this population. This concludes my argument. I will now recap. I structured my argument by first giving you the problem I saw. Second, I proposed blame. Third, I gave you a cure. And finally, I gave you the cost benefit of that cure. This helped resolve my argument, which was state governments should be doing more to aid youth graduating from foster care. The next time you see a homeless person, hear of a story of a child in foster care, take a moment and realize that child could be you, and do everything you can to make a difference in the life of that child.